This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Thursday, May 18, 2023. I'm Gary Dick. The River Ridge Development Authority has approved a resolution that it says will simplify efforts to redevelop the portion of the former Indiana Army ammunition plant in Charlestown that makes up the River Ridge Commerce Center. The reuse plan confirmatory outlines development requirements agreed upon by the authority and the city of Charlestown. Authority Executive Director Jerry Acey says the partnership streamlines the approval process for future projects on the north end of River Ridge.
If we approve a development plan in the Charlestown area, then it totally complies with the zoning ordinances that they have in place. And it makes for permitting and getting projects, off the shelf a lot smoother, and it goes a lot faster. So it's really a fast process to get the local permitting done, since we do all the preliminary reviewing and being sure that everything is in compliance.
Eli Lilly and Company, which has launched 19 drugs in the past 9 years, helping it recover from a dry spell in which it lost patent protections on its top products more than a decade ago, became the most valuable publicly traded drug maker in the world on Wednesday. The Indianapolis-based company's market capitalization climbed to $412.2 billion in midday trading, surpassing New Jersey-based Johnson & Johnson. A group of Gary residents is asking the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency to make the Indiana Department of Environmental Management revoke a permit for a waste processing facility and conduct an environmental justice analysis of the site. Gary Advocates for Responsible Development alleges IDEM violated the Civil Rights Act of 1964 by renewing the permit near a predominantly African-American neighborhood and across the street from a school. It's an area, according to the complaint, that already has a history of high levels of pollution. From the state's number one source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana, it's time to get revved up. Inside Indiana Business is going racing. We'll be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the month of May and take you inside the business of motorsports, from gasoline alley to high-tech race shops to small-town dirt tracks. We'll explore what fuels a billion-dollar industry in the state. Join the entire Inside Indiana Business team from the world's greatest race course for Business at the Brickyard, brought to you by Purdue University. It's checkered flag coverage you won't want to miss. The Indiana Conservation Partnership says landowners throughout the state installed a record 47,000 new conservation practices in 2022. As a result, the efforts helped prevent more than 1.8 million tons of sediment, 3.9 million pounds of nitrogen, and 1.9 million pounds of phosphorus from entering Hoosier waterways. More than $6 million in improvements to the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site are set to formally be unveiled today, providing increased visibility for the historic landmark and enhancing learning experiences about the only president elected from Indiana. After more than 2 years of planning and construction, the site is ready to share its new portico and commons area, a presidential promenade, and a new pedestrian and bike pathway that connects Delaware and Pennsylvania streets on the old north side of Indianapolis. Indianapolis International Airport has become the first Indiana airport to receive sensory certification from Alabama-based nonprofit Culture City. The organization says the certification determines that the airport offers proper accommodations to people with disabilities and sensory challenges like autism, dementia, and PTSD. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.